prove the reason why he is to stay on the Cloud9 roster going forward. I think this is a good opportunity to do so. Let's see if he pulls it off.
Well, from the match earlier today, one of the standout performers was actually Cajun B. So he's been able to perform. And one of the players that if you let him off the leash and let him do his thing, Automatic will absolutely roll over you. And there are weaknesses in eUnited. Like you said, there's Modem coming as a stand-in, so he's not the most fluid with the team right now. He has to adapt and overcome a lot of those situations with communication that you're not familiar with on this lineup, or strategies that you may not execute or know the specific roles at. So let's see how it ends up playing out. Good grenade to start things off. That is actually 2 support players on Cloud9. Automatic and Golden both lay back and do not take the chest arm. Instead, they take the double smoke and a handful of flashbangs to go alongside that for their executes.
Just a very slow round coming out from Cloud9 now as they do move back towards this banana bomb site, though, Dallas. We will have one member on eUnited patiently waiting. Does look like Vandy just dropped a smoke in front of banana. Maybe we'll see some rotations come over from the A bomb site, but it does look to me like Cloud9 are going to be executing here.
Yep, that was about the 1 minute smoke mark. So Vanity got wind of that and just decided to huck it in. There's going to be some aggressive smokes coming in. Vanity, there was a beautiful flashbang. Just as Vanity saw one player pop through the smoke, he's completely blinded by that. And right now, Cloud9 have secured the site. Automatic is as well. He's playing lurk back towards the bottom side of banana in the tunnel, so he's preventing any kind of extra rotation. So right now, with Automatic staying alive and, as a matter of fact, advancing on the CT push, there's not really any bodies left to do any damage. eUnited have 2 left. Cooper and Modem, who are soon running out of real estate themselves as CTs. Modem, though, gets 2 kills for himself to kick things off just right. And a third.
Starting to look good here. He's got to get on that bomb, though, and Vice taking down Cooper leaves only Modem to make this happen. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so as Vice does take him down. Cloud9 moving on to that pistol win. Very nice one indeed.
Yeah, that was great shooting from Modem, but I love the teamwork between Automatic and Vice out there as well. Vice had baited the rest of his team on the site and then just remained in the back. And then Automatic came from CT with a stolen USP and fired in a suppressed shot, and you could see the confusion that created in Modem. Spun around 360 degrees looking for where that shot ended up coming from, and that's when Vice strikes.
Yeah, at that point, when you have to split your attention between CT spawn and the site and you're just caught in no man's land, it's going to be very hard for you to get anything going. Cloud9 pick up a great pistol round, but eUnited will be force buying right back.
Yeah, a team that is very accustomed in doing so. And you've got 3 Deagles and a handful of automatic fire with the CZ and then a scout up there as well. But eUnited right now are on the receiving end of a handful of grenades and damage. It looks like Markey, basically everybody but Modem is wounded at this point right now. That's across from the A to the B sites. And Modem, you see, he's the one player in mid, so the least exposed to either direction. As smokes go over towards the B site, and does that shift eUnited's rotation right now? It doesn't appear to be so, considering Modem has made contact at top mid. And if there was a fake towards the B site, it is settled down, and eUnited's going to remain 3 on A.
Yeah, Modem playing very aggressively, though, towards this arch side, looking for a little bit of contact, does get tagged, and Vanity previously took down Vice towards Banana as Rush now taking down Cooper on lane, Golden onto Modem, and this A site looks ever so open.
Yeah, it's just a withering attack, just slowly starting to advance in and do some more damage. Markey's able to get 1 and a shot to the spine of Automatic, but the last 2 remaining for eUnited are trying to work their own approaches. Vanity gets caught up in the library and leaves Food at top mid. Advancing in now. Missed spray from Rush right there. Food will not be able to recover that rifle, however, but he can do more damage. Oh, he can get this rifle.
Looks a little bit scary there from Rush, but Food, like you said, recovering that AK. Okay, he's not going to go for it. Realizing he's got no kit, he's already taken quite a bit of damage. No use for him to press the issue. But Cloud9 hunting now will allow Food to at least pick up 1. But Golden does get that $600, and I do imagine he'll recover that AK as well.
That's not too shabby of a force buy for eUnited. You got 4 kills. Sure, you're looking to win the round, but when you look at the law of averages,
at least you're keeping the money tight.
Yeah, you are keeping the money tight. So eUnited is still well within the race. That when Cloud9, if they are to drop the ball in any round in the next 3 rounds, eUnited would be able to quickly come back into the fray and possibly win 2 rounds in a row for themselves.
All right, Cloud9 now looking towards this round. I imagine Cajun B will be starting off with something a little bit quicker. Maybe he'll be the scout, or Golden going right up towards mid as well.
Yeah, again, Cloud9 just They know what they're up against. They just need to take their time. Don't make any rookie mistakes. Don't go in without their utility, which is actually a bit shorthanded on their investment due to the damage that's been dealt. Pop Flash coming into top mid. Golden Blind trying to transfer from one to the next. Rush, though, will continue to carry the baton into top mid, and they have just now essentially wiped out any eUnited player at top mid. 2 defenders, Vanity on A, and right now Food rotating from the B side, just coming across Arch side now. It looks like the bomb, even after getting all those kills on the A side, is going to end up coming this direction too.
Yeah, Rush now planting himself in towards this cubby. Easy kill for him, so that's 3 on the round for Rush. Pretty clean shots towards the middle, but they were eco rounds, and as we do move into the gun round, well, we're going to have to look towards Rush to come up big like that once again. Much harder task, though, once the enemies get some rifles under their belt.
Right, and with the little speed session and everything we did earlier before the match started, we got to see Cooper. Cooper's got his op. He's ready to go. He's the first one to be able to field it and looking to do damage against Cloud9, hoping that eUnited are able to get on the board and at least keep this weapon away from Cloud9's hands, because they'd be more than happy to be able to put that into Golden's arms. He's still swinging the MAC-10, so he's looking to make money. It's a fast B push. They push down Banana. They've lost Modem immediately right out of the gates. A decent grenade that comes in, but a Pop Flash turns right back around, and he's got the trade, but it's still going back and forth. And that's what Inferno is. You just throw all the utility you can into Banana and then hope for the best as who still owns Banana.
Look at this right now. Towards lane, Food is going to be taken down, and that means that the final 2 members, Cooper is known towards that Arch side, as well as Vanity has been spotted towards B. I imagine Automatic will be looking to make his way from Banana towards A momentarily here, and there it goes. He's going to take off. He's going to make his way into that site. Cloud9 should be moving on to their 4th.
That got a little scary, considering Automatic had the bomb, and he was alone on Banana, very near to Vanity. But you see, Rush came in and was like, okay, we'll do an escort mission to make sure you can get over to this A site. There may not be any further bloodshed here. The AWP and the AUG would be a welcome weapons to grandfather into the next round for eUnited, and Cloud9 as well are still licking their wounds a little bit from a couple rounds ago.
Okay, let's see if they're going to lose any more weapons here. It does look like they'll be grouping up towards the Banana area, looking to take some of those guns out of the hands of the CT players. The eUnited team, however, Dallas, playing pretty pinned up within this B bomb site. I don't imagine Cloud9 is going to be getting to any of them before the round timer ends.
Yeah.
Or end round timer.
They might be able to pressure Vanity. He's still along the back wall making his way to New Box. And, yeah, I don't think they actually have their heart and soul into this hunt. They're looking around. Bomb detonates. There's Vanity to the peak. He's got himself one. It's Cooper standing on top of the coffins there. Made me a little bit scared, but yes, they do carry those weapons into the next round. Cloud9 were happy to sacrifice one gun to be able to flip a coin and maybe take a rifle out of eUnited's hands.
Yeah, it was a fair bet for Cloud9 in that moment.
Yeah, you had probably 3-to-1 odds. You know, it's not quite a coin flip, but it's good enough.
Okay, eUnited off the back of that round loss. We'll be doing a little bit of a force buy here, Dallas. You can see a couple weapons being picked up and put in their hands. Food now with that AWP. Cooper gave it to him for that spawn. But I do imagine Cooper will be holding it here. But Food is actually going to make his way down middle. Okay, he is going to pull off. There you go. Cooper recovers the AWP. Food only has a USP in armor, though.
Marky wants this. He's straight into the apartment. He's actually stood in the fire to give himself a little bit more energy in that fight. He actually got a 1-for-1 trade. Not too shabby. Cooper has the smoke pop out in front of him. He
can't really do much now.
Yeah, there's not much you can hang out here. But this is the best place you could put the AWP in this round. Food is going to lean in front of him and do the sacrifice, but now the AWP is getting in a little bit of narrow territory. Cooper swings out. He's got them both.
Perfect.
Great round. That's actually keeping eUnited in the fight, even though you've got a single AWP and a little tiny CZ. It's still 2v2 at the end of the day.
Vice now aggressing towards this construction area. Here's Cooper, able to take him down. And now Cajun B hearing Modem running down middle. This should be a fairly easy frag for Cajun B. And there it is, Cloud9 onto 5.
And the AWP is not recovered by Cloud9. It's not saved by eUnited, but it will be rebought into the next round just because that was money that was progressively saved and piled up by Cooper. He's now bottomed out his economy. He's bought everything he absolutely needs. He's going to have all the scopes behind him, too, with AUGs. So eUnited, again, are just going to try and gamble this. Hopefully they can manage to pick off one round because we had said before, yeah, sure, they were in arm's reach of Cloud9, but it's starting to get a little further and further away.
Yeah, Cloud9 still opting not to go towards towards those AWPs, want to play a little bit faster with the 5 rifle setup. Nice nade coming out to Cooper as Vice is going to be able to take him down for the first frag of the actual round here. But it will be Vanity as well as a rotation coming in from Food to reinforce that B bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, you just lost your AWP instantly on that round.
It's going to cause you to play at least a little bit more passive.
Yeah, they had a good nade. They did decent damage back downwards, but man, Cooper really wanted to get that early fight and get that early trade. Markey, though, is able to pick that one off at top mid, and still, though, Automatic continues to push forward. They want to try and grasp the A site. Rush right now is choked out of Moto's side, but gets more confidence as Automatic is able to get his first kill into the site. Bottom push back into the big pit will be blown away, leaving Food to throw a grenade as a parting gift as he retreats back towards CT, and Vanity as well. He'll get that memo. He'll go back to T ramp. So again, another situation of trying to save 2 rifle, or an AWP and a rifle, and Cloud9 should hunt this just as they've done before.
Yeah, right now we are going to see Cajun B moving towards spawn. Vanity is here with the AWP. I don't think he's going to watch his back. Easy frag for Cajun B. And the final member, Food, in this banana bomb site should be making contact with Automatic momentarily as he starts to come around the spawn area as well.
Let's think about that kill from Cajun B on T-ramp. That was very, very soon out of the site from when the bomb was planted.
Yeah.
So you have to think, well, man, they just took that site with maybe 3 guys. They had a lurker that managed to start the hunt earlier on that situation, and eUnited, probably because of that, are starting to feel less and less safe.
Well, that becomes the issue. eUnited has been forcing a lot of the fights towards banana early on. Let's just actually take a second to try and catch what they're saying here. Maybe get some information from the players. Oh, we can't really hear anything. I wonder what he's saying. He's like, come on, boys. We got to get these frags.
Yeah, well, right now, eUnited need to make a decision of how they
yeah, so
if
I go back to the point that I was trying to make earlier before we tried eavesdropping in on the strats.
Sure.
Basically, eUnited has been forcing the banana issue from the start. They aren't actually looking to take banana, but they are looking towards grabbing a pick very early in the round, and nothing's wrong with that, but they've been losing a man every single time they've gone for it.
Sure.
And what that's causing for the rest of the team is after you lose a man, you either go into this, okay, we're going to have to re-aggress to, even it up somewhere, or we're going to have to go into a full passive setup and hopefully they execute on our site and we can grab entries that way. What they're not really finding is any trade opportunities, and that's what's allowing Cloud9 to steamroll over any part of the map that they see fit.
And this round's not going to be any easier. It's Vanity purchased up a scout to back up what Food has to say about the round with a saved AUG. We saw that the very tail end of that last round, he was able to at least take a skirmish, but no bodies were dropped at that point. And right now, you're seeing this where eUnited, even though they're having rifle rounds every other round, they're not having full utility. Looks like we got some good fragging coming in for eUnited, a 2-for-1 trade. The weapon, though, I think is irrecoverable. Yeah, you can see that the Cloud9 crew still have a stance on this top banana side.
Well,
so they can throw that over the wall.
Markey was able to take an AK away from the halls area.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, so he was able to take down Cajun B. Vice went down towards banana to Vanity Scout. Yeah, exactly. And right now, Cloud9, this is more of the same, where they just keep on poking, prodding into the site, and it doesn't seem like eUnited are really going to have anything to stop them with.
Food was there, and that was the AUG. It's down, and so right now, Vanity, who was wounded through the spray that came through the coffin boxes, is pushed back. He's hoping. Oh wow, he's actually tagged him through the box with a scout. That must be an angle.
Took him down.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage for a scout. Just managed to tag him in the feet, so that's going to delay the round a little bit longer and maintain the man advantage. But the bomb is successfully planted. That last scout shot nearly connects as well. Looking to the right, though, Automatic is way wide and catches Vanity, who is just being an absolute nuisance. But it will be Cooper and Markey against the 4 HP of Golden.
In a very, very difficult spot here. Yeah, there it is. Golden coming around that coffin, realizing that he needs to find another angle. Does get timed by Cooper, who just swings around that construction. A nice kill for him. And eUnited are on the board. Off of the back of a force buy, they're able to get their first, Dallas.
I went in and I free-cammed that angle that Vanity scouted through, and it's, of course, there's not a visible line of sight, but it's very similar to the train on the bomb site, A site on train, where you can shoot through that black gap that's underneath the bomb train, but you can actually do damage, quite a bit of damage through there. And I didn't think the scout would be able to pull that much damage off. He two-shot him through the boxes, and usually, man, the M4s, the AKs even struggle getting through that thing. So eUnited are on the board, and a round that they really didn't have any business winning, just an AUG and a Deagle that was into that round. They managed to stave off disaster, stealing an AK and picking up their first W.
Okay, Cloud9 more the same here. Not moving too quickly towards Banana as eUnited have created a bit of presence. And that's slowed down Cloud9 for the most part, but as we do pass that 1 minute 30 round, 30 mark on the clock here, we are going to see Vice, the first man on the scene towards Banana, getting very aggressive, and Vanity with a little bit of nade work here, trying to keep the Cloud9 members at bay.
Seeing grenades come up and at him. That was a really deep Molotov, so he knows that they're advanced far enough. He's going to try and respond while using the T's Molotov, though, buy him some time. He'll bounce this grenade off the skybox and drop it in, but he doesn't expect Automatic to already be dry swinging without a smoke on CT side out on that angle.
Cooper gets very aggressive towards middle as Vanity goes down, and he's able to take out Golden. That does even it up at a 4v4, but as eUnited moves over towards this Banana bomb site, there's a smoke already towards CT spawn. So they're going to be worried about construction in this situation. You're seeing them taking it very slow towards this retake, and that's going to allow Cloud9 to move in, as well as Vice pick up food on the way into the site.
Yeah, there is a lurk. That's going to be Cajun B at Arch side. He's going to hear Modem coming. We'll catch that, but on the front line, Cooper drops Automatic. So again, we're down to the 30-second mark of the round. It's going to be 2v3, now 3v1 as Marky's last man up, and he knows that he has a player behind him. He knows Cajun B is lurking back there, and it's going to be a difficult hole to be able to dig himself out of because he's just not really anywhere to work with. He knows two players are in front. The bomb's ticking away as well. He's got a single flashbang and a kit, at least 5 extra seconds afforded to him.
All right, making this retake happen right now. It does look like Marky won't be finding any action right off the bat, as the Cloud9 players are playing perfect CS right now, hiding in towards this water. Vice does get taken down, but he doesn't know Rush is there. So in that moment, Rush is going to stand up, find Marky, and Cloud9 move on to their 7.
And they just sacrificed the low HP player. I mean, it may have been Vice, who's sub 10 HP, stands up, it's like, okay, I got the information. I was the radar dish for the team. He's rounded the corner, and he's toasted. So 7-1, eUnited's only able to get 1 round in a row for themselves, but they're still on that big loss bonus to be able to afford what they want in this round, which is in fact going to be a double op spot. Cooper and now Food, and Food's really, really good with a scoped weapon. I've seen him go nuts with a scout. He can do just as much, if not more, with an op as well.
Oh, but Golden, just a drive-by right there onto Cooper, able to take him down. And look at how fast they're moving towards middle now. Golden does get taken down by Marky, who's boosted up above on towards that porch roof, and he might be able to find Rush, but Rush makes his buy, Dallas.
The corner. I mean, you've got Rush that's rounded over towards Arch, and then you've got Cajun B that's up in the apartments right now. They might try and split this B side. Vanity is slowly walking his way down Speedway and does catch Rush, and that looks to be, from eUnited's eyes, they're going to try and split onto the B side and get around CT side. Strong spot for yourself. They've just lost Cajun B over on the A side, though. So eUnited's 2-2 defense right now is standing tall. They outnumber their opponents 2-1 odds, and Automatic and Vice are inching their way forwards. Just on the edge of this smoke right now, they are going to pass through.
This is so weird.
They've passed into CT as well.
Vanity just hiding in the CT spawn smoke, so he's going to take down Vice, but now Automatic, is he going to be able to pick up a frag? He does take down Modem. The bomb is down towards T-Pit area, however. Marky on the A bomb site. Will Automatic be able to find one more? Maybe onto Vanity, who's pushed down towards bottom of Banana.
What a road less traveled for Automatic. He went up Banana, through CT, around, across arches, back down to T-spawn, and he's going to end up passing Vanity. Vanity can hear this, so you're going to see United start to shift and shuffle. And he gets caught by Food right there. And I honestly thought at that point, when there was even like 40 seconds left in the round, it was 1v4 for Automatic. I was, you know, you probably can only get out of this round with a couple kills at best. But he made his way sprinting towards that bomb, touched it, but that was his last will and testament.
It did look like he was actually going to drop a Molotov towards the bottom of Banana and start running up mid. That would have given him the opportunity to at least have a one-on-one within that A bomb site and get the plant down, turn it into a post-plant scenario. So I do like the idea from Automatic, realizing what he needs to do, but he wasn't expecting Food to actually push out of Banana that quickly in response, and Food is going to find the frag, and Cloud9 now will lose, well, their second round of this first half.
Ooh. Unfortunate. A nade stack down Banana nets
just short.
A total of 1 damage. And United have changed their approach on this B side quite a bit. You see Rush actually gets Modem. That was up in the apartment, so he was aggressive on that side. Cloud9 might even kind of slow things down after witnessing some aggression. They might just, you know, let's see if anybody else has gotten that same memo from the team. And it does appear so. Marky pushes into the boiler, gets the kill on Rush, who was up into the balcony room. And the A side throws a Molotov to delay a little bit longer.
Cajun B making his way towards the end of Halls. Now Marky able to take him down as Food finds 2 towards the arch side. It will be on to Vice now. In a 1-on-3, and Cooper is going to put an end to him. 3 on the board for eUnited. Dismantling that Cloud9 mid-hit.
That was probably the better round from eUnited, even though it looked a little bit skirmishy in there. You saw players getting traded. You saw Modem lose his life early on in the round. But his sacrifice was well met because it baited Cloud9 into the A attack, where you had a little bit of extra force from eUnited, who had started. They started that round with a 2-1-2, and you lost Modem, so the shift came back. It came all the way around. And so eUnited met that and were able to patch up that hole on the defense and netting themselves around. And Cloud9 finally back down to just pistols.
They do have 1 AK on the back of Rush, so there is an opportunity for Rush to open up the map, possibly get some weapons in his teammates' hands, but it doesn't look to seem, or it doesn't seem like Rush is getting too aggressive here, too eager for any frags right off the bat. I do imagine he'll probably be pop flashing for his team and maybe just come in to clean up kills with that AK. Well, but we'll have to see.
Now we get to watch a different look from eUnited. We finally get to let them play their game with utility on a map that utility is king. And so now they're able to afford it. They're able to get all their smokes, all their Molotovs, and now they're more confident in these rounds against Cloud9. So sure, it's only 3-7, but I anticipate eUnited, if they're able to win that next rifle round, could bring it right back to a 7.
Oh, Rush!
That's a great little tap against
Beautiful.
Cooper.
Not able to find another one, however. Food and Modem going to be able to take down Vice and Rush, respectively. Final 3 members on Cloud9, kind of plugged up in this lane area, Dallas. They can't really get too much going until Golden takes down Marky, and the bomb will be going down in that A bomb site.
That's a gift. They're able to just get into the thick of things and fight their way straight across default and back into the site. Food is waking his way up to mid, and it depends on the timing. Occasion, it's perfect, and he's got a rifle now. It's 2-2 as Modem picked up 1 kill, and instantly the round dissolves just like that. But Cloud9 only bought a couple pistols and a single AK on that round, and I believe it was Rush that popped off that first shot. And that was the shot that Cloud9 decided to make. They saw a window of opportunity. That window just barely opened.
Yeah, it was honestly just off the back of that entry first by Rush, able to take down the Graveyard player. That splits the attention of the eUnited players, and they both have to focus on lane. That allows the Halls player to start inching his way out as well. cajunB comes around, gets a nice deagle kill, and that will be eUnited picking up their 4th, but Cloud9 making it very expensive for them in the process.
Yeah, that bomb plant does mean that it is a full buy for Cloud9, as they have arrived into 3 rounds of loss bonus plus bomb plant. That's more than enough. A lot of utility coming in and burning out. Looks like eUnited are in a pretty good spot. In a little team damage to help out against the likes of Automatic. The utility war has been fought, at least phase 1 of it right now, and eUnited are on top just by a shade. But that's going to help out player like Vanity, who has a meager little
nice
UMP.
Kill from Food. Just finds Automatic on the edge of that ledge there towards the top of Banana. He will be going into a little bit more of a passive setup as Cloud9 looking towards middle once again here to progress towards this mid round.
Yeah, still 2-1-2. A little bit of a shift change over there towards the B site. Food will boost Vanity up on top of the planters at CT, which is fine and dandy. It's tough for that UMP now these days to get consistent damage downrange. So any place that you could tuck that UMP into a little bit of a foxhole, a little bit of a surprise angle, the better. But eUnited continue to pick off a couple more players from Cloud9. You see Food and Cooper. Both of the ops have at least dulled the approach. Next shot coming in and downrange. Vanity up on top of the planters, spamming out as he might. Last bullet finds the dome of Rush, and it's all looking pretty. But can Cloud9 get another bomb plant? It seems like cajunB is running out of room real quick. Oh, he's planting bravely. Not going to get it, though.
That was a great effort from Vandy. Almost a struggle of an effort there as the first player on top from that boost spot towards CT spawn. He's going to spray the entire magazine down, find him in the last few bullets. There it is, through the smoke, and then pick up a player just coming around the edge of Coffin. And that's exactly what they needed.
Perfect. Almost got the bomb plant, though, but not to be. And if there was a bomb plant there, Cloud9 would have had, again, another rifle setup. And eUnited have done it. They've won that first rifle round. It's the possibility that I said could happen now. eUnited may end up on a 7-7 scoreline. Getting it done better late than never, but if you, I like it when you win the latter parts of the half and you win that streak. You have the momentum moving into second half.
All right, Cloud9, some armor on their back here. Are they able to keep this one up now? They've gotten 7 rounds already on their T side, like you were mentioning, but eUnited starting to come alive here as we move towards the end of this first half. What a shot from Automatic onto Cooper.
But the
Marquis.
second peek,
Jeez.
unexpected. Did not anticipate Marquis to be right there side by side with him. He'll take 2 for the price of Cooper. And looks like Marquis will jump over, and Vanity still challenges, Rush rather was challenging against Vanity. So they'll put the AWP back into that arch position, allow Marquis to come right back around to defend the site directly, assisting Modem stand-in.
Cajun B might be able to get something going here as Vice does get taken down towards Banana, so Cajun, it's all onto him, and Modem will take him down, and eUnited are going to pull themselves within 1, Dallas, of tying this game up.
It's a completely different animal. eUnited, of course, that round was a little bit easier than others, but eUnited with a full set of utility is a completely different animal than eUnited with even half utility.
And that's something that, I mean, you've seen on a map like Inferno. You're going to see it often just because of the fact that utility on this map is so important. You got to be able to take the Banana if you choose to at any point in the round. You got to be able to delay towards middle, towards halls. And eUnited really throughout the start of that first half didn't have the economy to get the buys in that they wanted.
They're changing their approach here, though. They're actually heavy stacked A with 4.
They've done that a couple times in the earlier parts of this half, but I don't blame them for it. Cloud9 haven't really been pressuring too much on B very early. A couple of nades from eUnited do keep them at bay, so I understand the 4-1 setup here to start it off.
Oh, Marquis actually gets the kill against Rush. That was on the balcony itself. So that is a bit of a painful one after the leg shot that came in there from the A-site defense. Now eUnited, after getting the first man advantage, settle back down into a little bit more of a default strategy. And this is probably what eUnited was grasping for early on in the half. You saw where Modem and Marquis were both trying to get aggressive to start rounds off, and they were losing those fights. So right now, an AWP has been audibly detected by Cloud9 that is defending this B site. They don't know that there's the extra rifle there. The smoke off the CT side. They've smoked off Coffins as well, so they have an approach to the B site with just 2 players. But a Molotov here is actually keeping them off of Coffins.
Yeah, this is actually a really weird B hit for Cloud9 to get. They essentially just walked right into the site as Vanity trying to spray anybody he can down through the smoke. eUnited really not contesting it, and I don't blame them. Being in a 5v4 situation right now, they can go for the retake here. But as eUnited start to throw out their nades, Cloud9 looking like they're set up. A little bit of a miscommunication there, but it's all right.
It's a little surprised. Golden now steps out to CT, is greeted by 2 CTs there, but they are all ahead of that one.
Yeah, there
3
you go.
survive for eUnited, and they are drawing it right back 7-all, going for the last round to take the lead into the second half.
Yeah, eUnited had plenty of utility there, plenty of smokes. You saw them come out for the retake, and that's exactly the reason that Vanity was giving up that Banana from the coffin area. No reason for him to contest it with the utility they had, so you'll see the Molotovs come out towards Tribox. You'll see Banana get smoked off, Molotov in towards the water area, and at that point, it's not really Cloud9's passive play. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to start peeking into them, and eUnited takes advantage of all of that and gets themselves a 7th round.
Man, yep, it is absolutely shifted as we move into the last round of the first half. It is dead even. Grenades being tossed into Banana, decent amount of damage. Just a Molotov that burned Automatic quite a bit, and a late grenade that comes in, and another grenade that comes in. eUnited have been winning the utility game when it's in their hands. They are winning this exchange. In fact, they only just now started to take damage. They've lost Cooper on arches, and immediately, this is another time that we see this. When they kill Cooper, they immediately move in straight for the jugular. They've pulled off the A-site strike. The A-site's open right now, but look how fast the rotation is.
Coming in right behind them towards middle right now. Vanity will be splitting off from Food going towards the halls. Automatic missing his shot now towards the arch side. It's going to be Food being able to take him down. Vanity still progressing now through halls as Marquis comes out of library. It's going to take quite a bit of damage though from Golden.
Yeah, he just got 99'd. And another grenade's going to come in. That's going to flush Cajun B out. Leaves Golden all alone. 1v3. Marquis drawing all the attention. Fire at his heels. It's just nipping there, and eUnited come out on top with the 8-7. A great recovery out of that. In fact, they picked up all of their 8 rounds in the past 9 that have played out.
Hey, how can you complain about that? We were talking about momentum shifts going on in the game, and that's exactly what this was. eUnited now taking this first half that started off like it was Cloud9's and taking it right under their own wing. They're going to end at 8-7 here moving into the second. Yeah,
absolutely. They had a lot of bomb plants, as a matter of fact. There was good consistency there for Cloud9 to keep the money flowing, but as soon as those grenades got into the hands of United and they were able to set up a good bank account for themselves, you can't crack that safe. But anyways, we've got the second half coming up shortly, and you'll watch it for eUnited versus Cloud9. Stick around. You are watching the Pro League.
On my own, when you spill that ramen coke on my t-shirt, yeah, your eyes made it difficult to get my baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette, lights first sight, the way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye, and whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby you make me feel something. Next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette,
Woo, what a comeback right there for eUnited, picking up 8 of 9 rounds to close out the half. We will start round 16 in the second half. And what are your thoughts on half one, H1?
It looked like Cloud9 was coming out the gates there. I thought that they were going to run away with this first half, but eUnited, as we progressed and progressed, we saw some life coming out of them, and finally, they end up taking this half win. Cloud9 really having no answer for them whatsoever once eUnited starts getting that utility under their belt. And as we move into the second half now, let's see if eUnited can keep up that pace that they started to generate on that first half.
They know it's coming. Rush actually pushed ahead in the apartments and then ran away and heard them all sprinting and stomping through the halls. 2 kills for the price of 1 right now, but it's going to be a withering attack, and so far it looks like the rocks have crashed, or the water has crashed upon the rocks. Golden and Vice are left on the retake against Cooper and Food. They've got a kit. They've got a smoke as well. See how they can employ it.
Yeah, Golden just taking his time here, allowing Vice now to wrap around. They've spotted out Cooper towards this graveyard area, and you're going to see Food pushing out of sight, trying to take another angle off. Nice little smoke into graveyard as well, as Food does take down Golden. Cooper peeking up by the graveyard, able to take down Vice, and eUnited continue on to 9.
Yeah, that was an interesting smoke, and really it's all you can do at that point. It's like, okay, I've got the smoke, but how useful is this?
Let's just smoke him out.
Yeah, so Golden throws the smoke into graveyard. It ends up like pushing him up, and so you know that he's going to come to the high side of that. So you try and get around default box and get into the site and try and take fights.
I love this from Food there, just taking it under his own wing, going ahead and peeking on the right side of that bomb site there, as well as Cooper now, who's gotten smoked off. They both take the peek together. They're able to pick up the first frag, and then they just concentrate on lane towards the end of that round, and it's eUnited coming out with the victory.
And Automatic's got the scout. top mid right now. It's a forced buy from Cloud9, just as eUnited had done in the first half themselves. But eUnited have full command of utility as well as rifles, automatic guns. They're set. They just need to play intelligently. And right now they've smoked off left side arch. Automatic falls back through that one. That will leave both Cajun B and Rush on this A site between pit and site itself, as it was a long road for automatic to round it back towards library and Moto now.
Yeah, it is a decent setup that Cloud9 have going, as Cajun B does go on his own here, aggressing towards middle. A couple shots being exchanged, but he is going to fall off on that note. But Rush is able to back him up here. If they do start splitting up lane, Rush is on top of this balcony, able to look down, help with that site penetration, as well as Cajun B is able to look up towards halls if they start aiming for that. But
that actually hurts a bit.
That's a good smoke that Cajun B just dropped.
That's a smoke for a Molotov trade, and you can see eUnited are getting a little bit short on their grenades. They got 3 smokes and a single molly. As a matter of fact, they decide that's not enough to crack open the A site.
You know what's crazy? Look at Banana. It's about to get re-smoked off now as well with 30 seconds on the clock. Golden does exactly that, Dallas.
Perfect timing. So now eUnited are actually going to have to get past this front door. This is dangerous. They're going to hang on both sides of the wall. Vice spraying as he might. Last couple bullets in there. Golden's got 2.
There you go.
That might be enough for the retake to start and actually be successful, but as a force buy as it is, there's no kit. Great damage. Poke and prod right there from automatic.
Huge from automatic. They're getting some massive damage onto Cooper. He's going to finish him off as well. Cajun B peeking out towards that spawn. Modem's able to take him down, and he's left in a 1v2.
Yeah, good positioning from Modem right there. He covered himself from Banana. He knows that CT's clear, so we'll just take and section these angles off one at a time. Instead, takes the fight heads up with automatic, loses his life with that, and Cloud9 win their force buy round.
I was kind of surprised Modem didn't take the more passive approach there and kind of play the clock and see how that one went out. He went right for the frags, knowing that, hey, there's still 2 people up. He's going to be giving away his position. Here's eUnited being essentially forced to get through that smoke there. That's going to allow Vice as well as Golden to pick up 3 kills between them. Here's automatic forcing the smoke, actually, and getting a nice tag onto Cooper and then finishing up by construction. It was a good round from Cloud9.
It's super brave. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices like that. You have to come in. You know the clock's low. If you can stop that bomb planter, more power to you. That'd be amazing. So now eUnited have gone for a force buy themselves. They've managed to peel off 2 AKs, couple Deagles in there as well. But
it's a strong buy.
It's a pretty strong buy, but you need the opening frags, almost guaranteed. eUnited will not be able to withstand the onslaught if, say, they lose 3 for the price of 2 on entry on either of these sites. If Cloud9 have the man advantage moving into a post plant, I think they'll end up taking the round.
It's going to have to be these AKs going for the first pick, because Cooper as well as Markey unarmored, they're going to get taken down very easily. So it's onto Food, Modem to really make something happen here for their side.
Automatic. Moto Cubby. He loses his life. There's the first trade, or actually hasn't even been traded back yet, but I anticipate somebody from eUnited will be met with a watery grave. Rush from back pit, loses his life to a Deagle. Now Cajun B's in pit as well. He's doing damage, but he hasn't laid anybody out until just now. Cooper, first man underground, as it seems to be the tradition for eUnited. A 4v2. What a fortunate trade for eUnited to get into this A site. Now your defenders are split between lane and library. Difficult spot for them to be working together, so it's individual plays coming in. There's your first individual down and out, leaving Golden all alone against 3 players. He's got a chance. They almost line up for him, but he's starting to run out of time.
Well, that is a pretty good smoke here. It's going to isolate Food in the site, but Food able to take down Golden. eUnited are going to pull again away from Cloud9 by 2 rounds, and you know what? That was really off of Food there, able to open up that arch side by forcing the issue there, taking down the player towards Moto. Then Markey comes around, able to take down the player with that Deagle shot in the big pit. What a round for eUnited to capitalize on.
Yeah, I was about to say, sure, eUnited got that first kill with Food, but that second one from Markey, the Deagle, really said, okay, now we can afford to lose a player on entry, which they did end up doing. But still, like, that was it. That was the deal sealer. So grenades being traded into Banana here. Golden behind the sandbags loses his life immediately. I believe he was lacking head armor, so his life was forfeit at that point. Plenty of smokes coming in. There's one in lane. There's one on CT. eUnited just need to settle down right now. They know that they've got their opponents into a bind. As a matter of fact, you saw Markey actually throwing the FAMAS, which is the only rifle that Cloud9 had, overboard. No chance of recovering that now.
And look at Cloud9, aggressive towards these holes. Nobody on eUnited's actually pressured this area, so Rush as well as Cajun B just looking for a little bit of presence here, try and control this area as much as they can, but we are going to see Food just creeping on towards the bottom of those apartment stairs as Rush peeking towards middle is taken down by Cooper, and that's going to be the A site being attacked for eUnited.
It's just unfortunate timing, but with him having control of the apartments, Cajun B's still up here, and he hasn't been evicted quite yet. Trying to fall back. He's down to one shot. He will hopefully rearm himself. He had one shot and one opportunity, but the bouncing and bumbling Marky through the apartments with a MAC-10 is able to get that kill, with the extra kill rewarded up there as well for cash. And now Automatic and Vice just looking to do some damage here. Marky's exposed. He's turned the corner and just barely escaped Vice, who did have the drop on him.
Vice, I wonder if they heard him there
They
in
did.
that moment, just
Yeah, they
making
did.
those steps there. Because Cooper goes into that passive mode. Automatic comes walking through the smoke, essentially, and is able to take down Cooper and recover that AK now as Vice will stay towards the alternate middle. We will see Automatic moving in towards that T mini pit to try and get something going.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Cooper. Just it was like an apparition just appearing in front of the smoke with the Desert Eagle, and it's like, oh goodness,
I've
that's
come to take your
yeah.
AK.
He came and took his life and took his gun from him, so maybe even a little bit of dignity. But eUnited still scratch another one up there on the tally board, and they now have a lead of 3. And when these two teams played against each other today, I believe it was Cloud9 that took it on Inferno 16-7.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing for Cloud9 in both their wins. Remember, in that series, they did end up taking it 2-0, and that was with eUnited having Moose actually in the lineup for that
right.
matchup. So remember, guys, for those of you tuning in and don't really know what's going on with the eUnited lineup, Moose wasn't able to grab his visa in time. There were some complications there, so Modem ended up filling in for him, and that was a really big asterisk because, you know, eUnited has been progressing with this core for so long, and now for Modem to come in, how is he going to be able to actually feel within the team? How's his team cohesion going to be? Is he cool with these guys?
Yeah.
Does he understand the strats they like to run? But looking at the scoreboard right now, I mean, he's not doing bad. He's
Right.
not doing great.
Well,
he's fitting it.
It's not a linear substitution in by any definition of the word either. Not to discredit Modem, he's a great rifler, but Moose, I think, is just that much better. As well, Modem, his skill really comes into sharing some of the IGL role, which I'm sure it's not the case tonight. So
Yeah.
Modem's a fine and dandy IGL, but it's a difficult trade when you're losing such a really good rifler.
Someone
in
who's
Moose.
been a staple in your lineup for so long.
And knows all the strategies of everything.
Exactly,
And can stand in on if you have to fill somebody else's role because they died in the round. I mean, that's a tough shoe to fill.
All right. Cloud9 now on the back of an eco here. Remember, Automatic was able to save that AK in the previous round as well as Vice with that CZ. But Vice is going to actually lose it there as he tries to aggress towards the bottom of the Banana. Marky absolutely punishing him for it. And looking towards the A bomb site now will be Vanity moving up into that T side of Palace.
Yeah, he'll let that Molotov simmer right there in the boiler for a second and then have the confidence to swing out and start peeking. And he clears out the long haul out there with Modem. So now that that's clean, he looks back towards boiler, and that's just good mechanics in the apartments when you're working with one other player, having one player up in the balcony, use the utility cleanly, do it well, and make sure you don't make any mistakes. Cooper does get the kill against Golden, and is that enough? There's an AK here in Automatic's hands. This could be dangerous. Takes the first against Marky, trying to transfer to the next. He's got chest armor and a third kill. There was no aim punch there. He did take damage, but he just lays them out, and now eUnited are getting caught with their pants down. Modem spins it back around after having a knife or a grenade out, and then Vanity just cleans up the site.
That is so unfortunate.
This just tilted from one way to the absolute other way. Automatic is now in a 1v2 clutch.
He's got an ace to actually bring this one home for his side, and oh, this is a brutal round for the Cloud9 team to lose if that does happen. And Vanity taking down Automatic, a great effort out of Automatic on that round. Unfortunately, Cloud9 not being able to pull it off in the end there. I really thought Rush had that one within the site.
I thought Automatic just won the round, but still, the push into the A site was just not met with any trades. Here's this spray down right now.
Beautiful.
Just lines up the last two and just pop, pop. And then it was really a mad dash back towards the A site because there was an A. The A was being struck at the same time Automatic was laying up a bunch of bodies on top Banana.
Well, eUnited actually didn't expect anybody to be towards lane. I forgot which Cloud9 player it was, but he actually caught one of the eUnited players with his knife out there, and I thought that was going to be an easy kill.
Yeah, it was Modem.
Yeah, he gets taken down, however, and then Rush gets checked and that's going to be the round. But right now, Modem on a new round, taking down Cajun B here to give eUnited the man advantage.
Oh yeah, that's very, very favorable right now for eUnited. And there was a little bit of a hiccup back there in the second round when eUnited lost their against the force buy from Cloud9, but it has been a staple in their rifle rounds to just dominate, it looks like, except for the one previous, and that was only up to Automatic's rifle. If Cloud9 actually had a full buy in their hands that last round, I think they win that one hands down. No chance for eUnited. So they just need to be able to patch that up and make sure that they can replicate efforts like that in the rounds that matter, the rifle rounds.
Does look like eUnited will be favoring the B bomb site here. As we pass the minute mark on the clock, it does look like an execute will be coming in as Golden does take out Vanity for the entry.
That's awesome, too. Vanity's now out, and there's going to be a peek right there. Cooper misses his shot high and left, and then finally the rifles come in and start to mix things up a bit. And you've got the dirty lurk from Modem at the bottom of Banana. And Rush will clean him out, and that it does net at least a 1-for-1 trade, maintaining your man advantage for eUnited, and time is going to be an issue. Cloud9 have no kits. As a matter of fact, they don't even have a smoke. If they decide to save, Vice can't really leave cleanly. And now he's just going to be laid out over towards the construction end. A little bit of a chance right there for Rush as he picked off Markey, but the long arm of the law from Cooper with the big barrel. And that's 13 for eUnited.
Let's take a look at the money on the Cloud9 side now. Cajun B sitting on 2.9. The most is going to be Rush sitting on 3.6. So yeah, Cloud9 is going to have to bow out of this. Most likely grab some P250s, a little bit of armor, maybe some CZs on the field as well. But that's going to be eUnited moving on to 14 most likely, unless Cloud9 can hit some great shots and pull this round back into their favor.
This was at one point 7-1 in favor of Cloud9. It is now 8-13, about to be 8-14.
Oh, how the turntables have spun.
How the turntables. That's right. So with just these pistols, Cloud9 don't have any of the salt and pepper that they were able to make something happen in some of their quote-unquote eco rounds. Like last time, Automatic had the AK and got 3 kills on Banana. This time, it's going to come up to some beautiful deagle work if Cloud9 want to have a shot at winning an eco round for themselves. And this is interesting, too, because their max loss bonus, and usually you see the CTs go for, like, armor pistol. You don't see that across the field for them. They're actually still a little bit shortchanged. So they have to make sure they maintain and save for the future.
So eUnited just did a pretty hard A execute. They're going to drop those smokes into the A bomb site. That actually holds the Cloud9 players off now. You're seeing them. Everybody's pretty much isolated in this 1v1 spot, but eUnited hasn't reacted to this. And what this has done is actually caused Cloud9 to rotate over somebody towards this arch side, anticipating that it was a fake towards B. Instead, eUnited looking for the re-execute towards middle.
They got a smoke on arch end. That will blossom, but Automatic's actually going to take advantage of this one and say, thanks for throwing it so shallow. I'll march as close as I can with this pistol. It's actually a baited smoke, it looks like. That might be intended. Oh, it absolutely is, but still Automatic gets one. That smoke was 100% designed to bait a player into that little cubby hole at top mid. But the trades are still favorable looking like for eUnited, just barely so. Cloud9 are happy with this rate of exchange so far. No kit, 1 flashbang, couple pistols. They need to be absolute fraggers if they want to be able to pick up this round, but doesn't seem to be the case. Vice might be better off just saving this creek.
Does look like that's exactly what he's going to do. Wise choice out of him, realizing that Cloud9 doesn't have the economy that they would like to for Vice to actually chase this one. So eUnited will be moving on to their 14th now, and Cloud9, they have a tremendous hill in front of them.
I mean, eUnited just traded 1 round for 14 now of their own. It's like, Joe, thanks. That's not too bad day at the office right now. They just need to be able to close it out, and I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be able to. Sure, there's been a couple casualties here and there, but as this round concludes, Vanity will be able to buy for himself. Marky's going to need a little bit of help, but he's going to be able to rely on Food, Cooper, and Modem, who have all well above $5,000 and even up to $9,000.
Here it is. This was huge, actually, taking down Cajun B. I thought Modem was going to come out of halls early on that note, and that would have allowed Rush then to take him down in the side of the head. But he just waits. He realizes contact's been made with Cajun B, so he's going to protect that left side or what is his right side of that bomb, and he's able to pick up that first entry frag. That allows the eUnited players to move up lane, and that's what allows Rush to get taken down and eUnited to swarm on the bomb site. So good individual patience coming out from Modem in that situation.
Cloud9 decide to heavy heavy presence into Banana right now. They'll throw flashes. They really want to stand tall here, but they've lost the first in Vice. Marky wisely backs off of this angle as well. He had a Molotov behind him, so nobody would have been able to trade him. As a matter of fact, there's some low-hanging fruit. It's Golden, and he is absolutely wiped out. No opportunity to trade. You can see how well the Molotovs are used to make sure that there's no chance of trading from each team as well. So Cajun B was pushed off of the angle because of the fire and flames in front of him, and suddenly it's 2v5. No chance for Cloud9 to win the round. They have to save, and there's a lurk back there. Modem is hunting.
This is huge for eUnited. Being able to take down Cloud9 in this first series right now, or on map 1, really puts them in the driver's seat. Remember, Cloud9, this isn't really what they were expecting coming out of this. 2-0 going into that previous match that they just played. Now for eUnited to take it to them and be up 15-8, Dallas, Cloud9, I'm sure they're surprised at what they're seeing right now.
Look at Rush. Has Cooper, dead to rights. He'll lead him on the leash for a little bit longer, but ends up killing him. And eUnited are sacrificing quite a bit of cash just to find these last two guns, which have evolved. And it's now
I don't blame them.
Double
right?
op. Yeah, oh yeah, you've got money to burn here. Nobody should have too much of a problem. Food and Marky.
It's not the greatest situation in money, but when you're hitting that 15th round, if they're able to, let's say, take these weapons out of the Cloud9 players' hands, that's much more impactful for them than just saving their weapons. So I definitely agree with that play from the eUnited team.
Yeah, sacrifice all. It was all for one at that point. And here's these peaks. Marky gets the first, and he just searches on this tight angle on the right when he's cleared out Golden, and Golden was just starting to swing out himself at the same time. It's just unfortunate timing from Golden. He was trying to pre-aim down the lane, but instead gets caught unarmed at that point. So eUnited have 7 opportunities to just close out this first map, which is a surprise too, because these two teams played not even like 2 hours ago on this map. And Cloud9 took the victory, but now eUnited, after seeing all of the playbook from Cloud9 first off, so far setting themselves up to take map 1.
eUnited about to get pop flash through this smoke there. Rush catching it, the full blunt of that flash. Vanity now taking him down. He will be moving up towards lane, where Vanity finds himself automatic as well, leaving Cajun B in the halls, and Modem, well, he's going to take him down, and we've got a 2-on-4 retake here, Dallas.
Yeah, Cajun B tried to be a hero right there. He tried to set up and get back into the back lines of eUnited before they can sit down, plant the bomb, and then turn around and turn into a porcupine. He tried to be a hero. He's done some damage. You have 3 players from eUnited that are wounded, so leave Vice to pick up some of these softer targets. Now everybody's getting a little soft. This grenade could be pretty good. Vanity's through the smoke with a knife. They are starting to count their chickens before they've hatched. Yeah, I mean, that's confidence from eUnited. It's still a long road for Cloud9 to win this round. They're getting melted on the front lane, on the front door. Modem ends it. So the stand-in ends up closing out that one with the last 2 kills, 16-8. Did eUnited just say, all right, we'll soak up your first strats from earlier today, and then we'll